Hi, this is Dr. Graves back with part 2 of the segregation lab. When we left off in part 1, we were mapping levels of ethnic segregation in Wayne County, Michigan. That's where Detroit is. And now what we're going to do is to apply a statistical formula called the Index of Dissimilarity to the data that is driving the map. The index of dissimilarity allows you to calculate basically what percentage of the people of one ethnicity would have to move in order to make the entire county, all the census tracts, perfectly integrated. So in this case, the Wayne County was something like 47% black. How many black folks would have to move either into a more white census tract, or white people would have to move in order to make all the census tracts equal to the countywide average. It only measures two groups at a time, but it's a very popular measure of residential segregation. So the formula is evident here. And that looks a little bit scary, but it's not all that bad. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, to calculate the index of dissimilarity, let's get sort of rid of some of these additional windows and focus here on the attribute table. So there's a column here called Dissimilarity Index, and it's already created for you. So what we need to do is to right-click and select from the options Calculate Field. The input table is, of course, Wayne County, Michigan, and the field name is Dissimilarity Index. And here's what we want to do. We just need to insert a version of the dissimilarity index that you've seen either in the video or in the lab manual. In the calculation field window, change the expression type to arcade and type in the following. You may be able to copy and paste it from your lab manual. 0.5 times the absolute value of, and then it is going to be percent of the county's whites, double click, minus, you can click there for the minus sign, percent of the county's blacks, and then close the parentheses, and then divide by 100. At this point, you can verify the expression if you want by clicking on the green check mark and then click Apply to run. Notice in the dissimilarity index column over here on the right that you will get some values, all of which are very small, and that's okay. Click OK to get rid of the window. And now the next step in your calculation is to right click once again on the dissimilarity index column header and bring up the statistics window. The value that you're looking for is the sum, because that is the last of the values, or the last step in the formula. I'm going to return this map to a map of percent black. And sort of make the histogram smaller here. I'm going to click on the histogram, and here and you can click and drag in several, and you can highlight several of these. Those to the far right of the histogram are the most segregated of all the census tracts. Notice some of them are in black neighborhoods and some of them are in white neighborhoods. And then if I highlight over here, these are the most integrated neighborhoods, the neighborhoods that have a combination of black people and white people all living together in the same neighborhood, especially these here. And those are few in number in Wayne County. So make a note of this value here of the sum. I should clear the selection, and you will be asked to compare this value to the values you get for other counties around the United States. So pause now and answer one or more questions regarding the statistics that you have just calculated. For the remainder of the lab, what you're going to do is to replicate the process that you went through for Wayne County, Michigan, with several other counties in the United States, including Harris County, Texas, Mecklenburg, North Carolina, and conceivably, depending on your instructor's wishes, and perhaps for bonus points, Orange County, California, and Los Angeles County, California, in 2 different places. So how do you navigate to a different county? What you need to do is to right-click on Harris County, Texas, and from the pop-up window or drop-down menu, click on Zoom to Layer, and then that takes you to Harris County. Let's get rid of the Wayne County information and expand Harris County. And so we can see that % black has already been mapped for you. And you will notice that if we right click and zoom to layer for Mecklenburg County, we've zoomed to Charlotte in North Carolina, and the same map has been made. Once again, what you need to do is to open the attribute table, find the dissimilarity index, choose calculate field, change it to a arcade style expression, and then enter the exact same formula that you did in the previous time, as you did for Wayne County, and then bring up the sum in order to get the dissimilarity index. You will have to pause on occasion and return to your learning management system in order to answer some questions about each of these counties. The only counties that are different are, once again, we can zoom to Orange County, and there's the map of % black, and you can see Los Angeles here also. For Orange County, you will do the same thing. For Los Angeles County, on the other hand, the assignment is to compare the residential segregation, or the level of residential segregation, white people from black people in 2000, and then compare it and see how it has changed from 2000 to 2010. In subsequent versions of this assignment, we may have good data, new data for 2020, and so you would be asked to compare it from 2000 to 2020. So that concludes this video tutorial. I will suggest that you pause the video and begin answering questions in your learning management software.